What is up, YouTube fam? Robbie C here, and today we are going to see, can the Buzzz get back on top and dethrone Trilogy, who ended up taking the battle last time, or has war found us in this battle and we must ride this ship to success? That's right, we're talking about the Westside Discs Warship today, but before I dive in, I'm gonna ask the most important question of the day. Ooh, I hope this person doesn't feel robbed because I was too close to the camera when I did that part. How you doing today, Larry? You having a good one?
So catch me if I fall.
So you guys voted on what would be the next disc in the Buzzz Battles. So taking on the Buzzes today is the Westside Warship, but you can notice sort of an immediate problem based on what I'm holding in my hands. I only have one warship. When I was at the warehouse, I took this warship because I knew that I did not have an orbit warship, but I wanted, you know, comparison for the overstable, neutral to straight. But I really thought, I think it was a Trilogy challenge a couple of years ago that they had warships in the players pack. I think there were VIP ice warships, and I could have swore I still had one on my shelf at home. And when I got home, that ship had sailed. So I only have one. So what we're gonna do is I am going to throw the warship alongside the Buzzz to see which one it has a better feel of. But then instead of the usual two for whichever one we feel like it's closer to, that one is just gonna battle it out. If I were to guess, I think Jimothy Jr. is gonna be the one battling it out, because I think the warship is inherently not as overstable as a Buzzz, but I think that the orbit warship is going to be pretty spot on with an ESP Buzzz. Hole one, we're gonna go ahead and we'll let the home team go first. Straight, had some fade. Let's go warship next. See how this feels. Yeah. See, I felt like I released that knot as well and it held straight for a while longer. Well, we have a little bit more headwind than we anticipated. Now, quick pause. Warship is not closer than either of the Buzzes right now, but it gets a second chance, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Just didn't release it on the right line there. Feels like we got some juice behind the shots today, so that's promising. Unfortunately, Buzzz are gonna take it on hole one. Buzzsaw was right under the bucket. Buzzz was here. And my first warship throw landed like right in here. The second one got back in the woods a little bit, but I like it. I think that the orbit warship, I really do think it reminds me more of the ESP Buzzz, but if we continue to throw it, we're gonna bring both along with us. And if we continue to throw it and get like shocked and change our opinion on that, then we'll switch to the other one. But for right now, it's gonna be Jimothy Jr. seeing if it can stop the Trilogy train. Also, we're back in this world of like, I got to the course, I literally threw a couple shots. These were not first like true shots of the day. Threw a couple shots, letting the camera try to warm up and like dehumidify. But I mean, we are like, literally I've played one hole. If you like swamps, but you don't actually like what lives into swamp, AKA not a fan of Shrek, come live in the South, because humidity, always there. You think about going outside, wet. We have given the camera like 25 minutes in order to dehumidify. And I think there's still like a light fog on the screen, so it will get better. Hole two, hit a fairway, hit a gap, get it down there. Buzzz has the box. Oh, that's great. Hit a tree. We finally, guys, hit the gap on the first try. We threw it right down there. That feels great. Yeah, okay, so I'll immediately say this about the warship. I'm throwing the orbit warship, which is one of the more overstable plastics that I've read for the warship. I do think that there's a world that inside of the Trilogy lineup, it's a little odd, but sometimes the like air plastics, for instance, a Lucid Air Evader is one of the most overstable evaders that exist out there. I think I've read that the air warships also have a sneaky amount of stability to them, but as I'm throwing this warship, it's just incredibly straight so far. So strong start from the Buzzz gang. We're hoping to keep the vibes and the energy high and we're throwing well right now. We'll see. This next hole is one that always gets with me mentally because we all know, don't throw it in the trees. Now, what isn't a concern heading into the next hole is the sun, because of today's sponsor, Goodr. Goodr has a variety of sunglass options available for you that come in an incredibly affordable range, starting at just $25. These style that I'm rocking today, I love the names. If with the Goodrs, I think the names are one of the best parts, such as this blue colorway I'm rocking is the Electric Dinotopia Carnival. This is one of the first pair of Goodrs that I ever received and got when I know, hearing about Goodrs, I heard nothing but great things. And guys, I've had these things for a long time. They have played countless disc golf rounds. And even having a little guy now, he is in that phase where everything he just grabs and immediately sticks in his mouth. So they've been chewed on, they've been slobbered on, and they still shine and do exactly what they're supposed to do. I'll even tell you that here out filming in the sun, the Goodrs are so incredible that I actually feel like I can even like track discs as we're transitioning in and out of the woods. I just feel like I'm barely seeing or noticing like a massive difference from stepping into the sun versus stepping into the shade. So I'm just not afraid of the sun shining down too bright. And for you extreme people out there, there are some sick colorways. And for those who want a more tame look, there are great options as well. If you want to look great on the course and save some strokes because, you know, look good, play good, make sure you head over to Goodr.com. Guy will put the discount code down for you so that you can get free shipping on your first order over at Goodr.com. Thanks to Goodr for supporting what we're doing here. Let's try to remember, don't throw in the woods. So what's curious here is that there haven't been any tournaments on this course. Ooh, I don't have a towel tail today. Parks and Rec, not necessarily trimming the grass. So any shots, wild shots, are going to be in the tall grass. Really gives you a shout out and appreciation for the Shelby County Disc Golf Club. Crushes putting on events at this course. Jimothy, let's ride. That's pretty good. Hung out there for a while. We threw it straight. We got a good hit. Warship gang. We started that one not as right as the last one, and while it did fade a decent amount, I do think that it got a little bit more glide. I'm gonna be shocked if it's shorter than the Buzzz, which is kind of fun. A glidier, easier distance Buzzz was immediately what I'm feeling out of this. Shout out Clint here because I feel like this is the closest we've been to the gap. Buzzz was here, and I just walked up and saw the Warship. Yeah. The Warship got the Buzzz by like 1, 2, 3, 9, almost 30 feet. The tough part here is that it's already down 2, and this is a poke and hope shot right here. So I gotta hope that the green Warship starts being the Lorax and talking to the trees. Oh, that'll do it. We just gotta get to the gap, Mr. Warship, and you're gonna be closer. That was a shankaroni. Honestly, I think that was like trying to make corrections from the last time I played this course. And the last time I played this, I went super long on the Buzzz, I'm pretty sure. So I didn't want to do that again. It was in the gap that we wanted. Did it make it through? Find out next time on. That's a big spider, isn't it? Buzzz was a bit further back. Warship's on the board heading into the par 4 sections. That's gotta feel good. Key is when you're playing in the soup swamp, that is the south, make sure you're staying hydrated. Warship got the box. This is that super short par 4. We wanna not push too straight into those dark trees that are kinda dead ahead. We made that mistake before. We're going neutral mid-ranges. So these are gonna stand up on us. We wanna go enough hyzer that we get around, but not too much pop. It's a very technical forehand. Yeah, that's pretty good. You can see, like, I'm not trying to crush this thing. I just want to give it enough to get it to stand up, and that's it. Oh, that's gonna be even better. Is that the 2 best forehands that we have ever thrown in a Buzzz battle on this hole? I mean, don't forget, the last time we played this, pretty sure that the Buzzz was like in the tree way back where the Claymore was up there. And even after trying to scramble and throw a second shot with the Buzzz, I jump putted to get past where the Buzz's second shot landed, which gave the free win to the Claymore on this one. If I knew I could get this result every time, you know, part of you wants to be like, hey, just go for the eagle, which is what we try to do here. That's pretty good. Oh, and it just, the glide. I tried to honestly get the Warship to the ground faster, and the glide got me. I don't know who it was. Someone commented and they were like, I don't think CTP should count when they're like within a couple feet of each other. Unfortunately, I think that's the way the system's played, but like if I could give this a half, I would give this a half win, because two great drives. Like, it doesn't feel like either of them lost this hole. I know that one of them did, but that's pretty sick. Alrighty, Buzzz has the box. Get out the gap, decent amount of hyzer, throw it at that back tree line, and watch as the Buzzz floats. Yeah, that was good. Warship time. What a kiss. What a kiss. I know that I got a hold of that Buzzz like really well, and I think I was afraid with how straight the Warship is that I just didn't want to grip it that hard. But Teresa said, let there be a battle. Let there be a battle. Warship landed there, and the Buzzz, I mean, the Buzzz is like over 50 feet further. That's short. That's short. I don't trust the forehand here. I really don't trust the forehand here. I feel like that's such a touchy. So it has to be like Anheuser backhand. I mean, depending on how short the Warship was, that was still fine. I knew the Warship was early. I mean, I'm pretty sure I went inside of this tree instead of even going around it. Yeah. So, Warship next to a, no, that's a tree. Okay. I thought that was a carcass. And then the Buzzz is over there. What's tough here, ladies and gentlemen, is that this feels like a very one-sided battle right now. But it's like, it's actually just not. I'm just not executing with the Warship near as well as I am the Buzzz. Familiarity, things like that. It might be crazy to say, but I actually think that I like the Warship more than I even like the Claymore. This thing is like sneaky good, y'all. This is the beauty of the Buzzz battle, is you guys pick it and I play with it. Once again, the most interacted with comment in the comment sections, not like, oh, there are 15 comments about the MD3. No, it's if the MD3 is the most voted on and the most like liked and commented on that specific post, that's how it ends up in the next Buzzz battle. We have tunnel shot here. Jimothy's got the box. Get this close, get this under the bucket, and that could spell GG for the Warship. It's gonna be early. Okay, it's beatable. It's beatable. I'll be curious how the glide of the Warship plays in if it raises it into the ceiling. Hit the same exact tree, turned in there. Let's see what happened. Walking up so we don't fabricate to keep the drama. And there's the Buzzz. There's the Warship. Got it by like 10 to 12 feet. We held on to the next hole. The moral of the story, kids, is if you're gonna shank your disc golf shots, make sure you shank worse, or I guess make sure you shank better than everyone else. Because then you get to keep playing some froth. The Warship has the box, just wiping my chin. So my hands are now a little slick. Whoops, it looks like tail right to left. So when it gets going, it's gonna get going. That's deep. That's real deep. It was much wider. I would be shook if Buzzz is not closer. Is glide a real stat on a disc? Yes, absolutely. And I think if you're someone who likes to play with a lot of low glide discs, like you really love your overstable putt and approach discs, or you like your birds and things like that, then when you get a really glidey disc, it becomes sort of difficult to aim it properly because it just wants to lift, it just wants to fly. And I think that the Warship, part of why I'm just not throwing the Warship well is I'm not adjusting for this, guys. I'm just not adjusting, so I'm like missing little details. But if you were to say, hey, I dislike the feel of the Buzzz, but I want something a little more glide, yeah, like learning the Warship could be it. We hung that Buzzz super wide and it got us a putt. Well, I guess we don't take that, but the Warship carries all the way back here. Like, brother. Oh, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Buzzz takes it 5-1. I mean, like I said, probably the most decisive victory that we've, or 5-2, 4-2, 5-2. Final answer. Takes it 5-2, yeah, because we had 2 holes left. I really am surprised and enjoyed this disc. I think there are a bunch of different, it's one of the best parts about throwing trilogy plastic. There's a ton of different options of Warships available. Westside, super slept on company. Wish I had done better with it. Probably gonna give this away in the Birdie Fam Takeover next year, if I had to guess. But honestly, since I don't have that other Warship, I probably gotta keep this in the inventory. That when people are like, hey, what's a sleepy, when I'm, you know, like underrated slept on discs, Warship's coming back out, guys. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what comes to the Buzzz battle next. But as always, hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Please make it fantastic for someone else too. But for now, we're gonna leave you with the birdie.